Mayor, I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Mayor and Council of Borough of Orland Park for December 15th, 2011 to order. On roll call, Councilmember Steramani.
Here.
Castiglia.
Here.
Conboy.
Here.
Schwinski.
Here.
Work.
Here.
Monsino.
Here.
Mayor Moore.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Will everyone please rise for the flag salute and prayer? O God, our Father, we ask you to bless our meeting which we entrust to your fatherly care and protection. Please remove all selfishness and prejudice from our hearts and plant in a keen sense of justice and a greater love for you and our neighbor. Guide us in our deliberations so our decisions will always please you and bring peace and happiness to our community. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Whereas Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of the State of New Jersey requires the commencement of each meeting is stated by the presiding officer, now therefore be advised that the requirements of this meeting have been met by publishing an annual notice in the regular packet sack, and her own news is written upon by posting such notice in the office of the borough clerk as well as in the public municipal building, and by interested citizens. Said notice was posted on January 1, 2011. Those who were here and those who may accidentally or already know the time limit, time and date for the cable division on channel 77. It's Tuesday at 12 noon, Thursday at 4 p.m., and Friday at 11 a.m. Okay? At this time, I don't know how long the meeting is going to be, and I do know that Councilman Catamania has another commitment on the 1st of January for the installation. I would like to ask Frank to come here if we can. I have a flag for Frank, I'd like to read it. To Councilman Frank Catamania, Mayor of Orland Park, and the Council wish to extend their heartfelt thanks on behalf of the community for your 12 years of dedicated service as a member of the Orland Park Borough Council. December 15, 2011. Frank?
Yeah, thank you.
It's always a pleasure. As is often said, sometimes we have disagreements, but they're never so bad that we cannot thank Frank for his dedicated service. And I don't know if you're coming back or not coming back. You're going to think it over.
You already filled out the paperwork, Mayor. You already got the paperwork filled out, don't worry.
Thank you.
Italy's on hold.
My God, you got it. I'm sorry.
Frank, do you want to say anything now, or do you want to wait till your committee report?
I'll wait for my committee.
Okay.
Tom, good job.
Yeah.
Mayor, at this time, we have the approval of minutes from the regular meeting of December the 1st, 2011.
Motion, please. Moved by Mr. Monsino, second. Second by Mr. Chewinski. Any discussion? Call roll, please.
On roll call, Councilmember Steramani.
Yes.
Castiglia.
Yes.
Conboy.
Yes.
Schwinski.
Yes.
Work. Yes. Monsino.
Yes.
Motion carries. Mayor, this evening, under the consent agenda resolutions, we have payment of bills, Resolution 334-11, Resolution 335-11, confirmation of checks, Resolution 336-11, confirmation of payroll, Resolution 337-11, transfer resolution, and that's the supplemented version of the transfer resolution that was submitted before the meeting. Resolution 347-11, adopt the amended and restated plan for VALIC for borough employees. Resolution 348-11, appoint volunteer firefighter, company number 3, Jefferson Carrera. Resolution 349-11, execute stipulation of settlement, Randy Scott Corp. Resolution 350-11, execute statement of settlement for Penn Color LLC Incorporated. Resolution 351-11, redeem third-party tax lien, Lionheart Holdings. Resolution 352-11, refund overpayment due to appeal to the New Jersey Tax Court, William S. Winters, attorney for Gamal God. Resolution 353-11, refund from the recreation account, Robin Widovic. Resolution 354-11, submit applications to the New Jersey Department of Transportation, FY 2012 Safe Routes to School Grant Program. Resolution 355-11, authorized to sign grant agreement Department of Transportation for the fiscal year 2012 Safe Routes to School program. And Resolution 356-11, appoint officer in charge of the Police Department, Captain Thomas Johnson, effective January 1st, 2012.
May I have a motion for all of them up to 355?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Conway, Mr. Work, any discussion? Call the roll.
Roll call on the consent agenda. Councilman Catalano?
Yes.
Castiglione?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Lewinsky?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Valentino?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Would you read the appointment for Mr. Johnson, Captain Johnson, please? I think that should be said, and I should have mentioned that before. If you don't agree, we can just put it on consent.
We ready?
Resolution 356-11, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that Captain Thomas Johnson of the Elmwood Park Police Department be and is hereby appointed officer in charge of the Elmwood Park Police Department effective January 1st, 2012.
Motion, please. So moved by Mr. Boncino.
Second.
Second by Mr. Conboy. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Councilmembers Catalano?
Yes.
Castiglione?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Lewinsky?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Valentino?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 338-11. Whereas it is desirous of Miriam Marchioni to retire from the Borough of Elmwood Park Finance Department effective October 31st, 2011. And whereas under the white collar contract, Miriam Marchioni is entitled to terminal leave in the amount of $13,585.64 for a total payout of $13,585.64. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park, County, Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the Mayor and Council accept Mary Ann Marchioni's retirement and all such compensation shall be approved for payment through the payroll office.
Motion, please. Move. Mr. Catalano, second.
Second.
Mr. Casiglia, discussion. Call the roll.
On roll call, Councilmembers Catalano?
Yes.
Castiglione?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Lewinsky?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Valentino?
Yes.
Motion carried. Resolution 339-11, whereas it is desirous of Thomas DeSanzio to retire from the Elmwood Borough of Elmwood Park Department of Public Works effective January 31st, 2012. And whereas under the Teamsters contract, Thomas DeSanzio is entitled to sick time payout in the amount of $18,859.20, vacation time of $9,429.60, and terminal pay in the amount of $27,241.68 for a 4-month period. Total payout, $55,530.47. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the Mayor and Council accept Thomas DeSanzio's retirement and all such compensation shall be approved for payment through the payroll office.
Mr. Casamon, what's the final number on that?
$55,530.47. The Mayor invited.
Does everybody have that? I have Thomas DeSanzio, 30,777.
I believe you're looking at the prior.
The old one.
Other one.
So they put it on that folder.
That would be a good thing if it was the right pay.
This one increased.
We like that number.
Mayor, if I may, just to confirm with the council that these numbers were initially prepared by the payroll office and our CFO, Roy Rigatano. They were also reviewed today thoroughly by representatives from our auditor's office, and they were verified by both parties at the end of today's, at the close of today's business day.
Okay. Call the roll. May I have a motion, please?
So.
Mr. Chawinski, second. Mr. Stiglia, discussion. Call the roll.
On roll call, Councilmembers Catalano?
Yes.
Castiglione?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Lewinsky?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Valentino?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 340-11, whereas it is desirous of Gary Ross to retire from the Borough of Elmwood Park Police Department effective December 31st, 2011. And whereas under the PDA contract, Gary Ross is entitled to a sick time payout in the amount of $386.10, vacation time payout of $27,027, and a terminal leave payout of $44,618 for a total payout of $72,031.11. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park, County, Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the Mayor and Council accept Gary Moran's retirement and all such compensation shall be approved for payment through the payroll office.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Boncino, second.
Second.
Mr. Work. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, Councilmembers Catalano?
Yes.
Castiglione?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yep.
Chouinski?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Valentino?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 341-11, whereas it is desirous of Dean Diddick to retire from the Borough of Menlo Park Police Department effective December 31st, 2011. Whereas under the PBA contract, Dean Diddick is entitled to compensatory time $3,124.31, sick time payout of $78,393.60, vacation time of $56,631.21, terminal leave of $56,620.32. That's a 4-month period. Total payout $194,769.44. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Menlo Park, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the Mayor and Council accept Dean Diddick's retirement, and all such compensation shall be approved for payment through the payroll office.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Longino. Second.
Second.
Mr. Castiglia, discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, Councilmember Scarpelli.
Yes.
Castiglione.
Yes.
Conway.
Yes.
Chouwinski.
Yes.
Work. Yes. Longino.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 342-11.
Mr. Gasmark, if I may, anyone here in the audience or watching this on TV, we are having 7 of our members of our police department retire on December 31st. That's what we're reading now. I'm sorry,
Resolution 342-11, whereas it is desirous of Joe Hess to retire from the Menlo Park Police Department effective December 31st, 2011. Whereas under the PDA contract, Joe Hess is entitled to sick time in the amount of $67,555.20, vacation leave in the amount of $25,192.46, terminal leave in the amount of $48,791.68, for a total payout of $141,539.34. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Menlo Park, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the Mayor and Council accept Joe Hess's retirement and all such compensation shall be approved for payment through the payroll office.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Longino, second.
Second.
Mr. Work, discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, Councilmember Scarpelli.
Yes.
Castiglione.
Yes.
Conway.
Yes.
Chouwinski.
Yes.
Work. Yes. Longino.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 343-11, whereas it is desirous of Thomas V. Sabat to retire from the Borough of Menlo Park Police Department effective December 31st, 2011. Whereas under the PDA contract, Thomas V. Sabat is entitled to compensatory time in the amount of $6,748.55. Sick time payout, $72,998.40. Vacation time in the amount of $36,499.20. And terminal leave in the amount of $52,720.68. Total payout, $168,966.83. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Menlo Park, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the Mayor and Council accept Thomas V. Sabat's retirement and all such compensation shall be approved for payment through the payroll office.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Conway, second.
Second.
Mr. Castiglia, discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, Councilmember Scarpelli.
Yes.
Castiglione.
Yes.
Conway.
Yes.
Chouwinski.
Yes.
Work. Yes. Longino.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 334-11, whereas it is desirous of John Itel to retire from the Borough of Menlo Park Police Department effective December 31st, 2011. Whereas under the PDA contract, John Itel is entitled to compensation in the amount of compensatory time in the amount of $64.64. Sick time payout, $61,958.40. Vacation time in the amount of $30,797.20. Terminal leave in the amount of $44,744.68 for a total payout of $137,746.92. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Menlo Park, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the Mayor and Council accept John Itel's retirement and all such compensation shall be approved for payment through the payroll office.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Longino,
Second.
Mr. Conway, discussion? Call the roll.
On roll call, Councilmember Scarpelli.
Yes.
Castiglione.
Yes.
Conway.
Yes.
Chouwinski.
Yes.
Work. Yes. Longino.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 345-11, whereas it is desirous of Chief Donald Ingrassalino to retire from the Borough of Menlo Park Police Department effective December 31st, 2011. Whereas under the PDA contract, Donald Ingrassalino is entitled to a sick time payout in the amount of $96,528.00. Vacation time in the amount of $123,022.93. terminal pay in the amount of $69,713.64 for a 4-month period, and total payout of $289,264.57. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Humboldt Park, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the Mayor and Council accept Chief Donna Grassling's retirement, and all such compensation shall be approved for payment through the payroll office.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Longino, second.
Second?
Mr. Conboy, discussion, call the vote.
On roll call, Councilmember Scattamani?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Kowinski? Yes. Work? Yes. Valentino?
Yes.
Motion carried. Resolution 346-11, resolution desirous of Deputy Chief John Palmieri to retire from the Borough of Menlo Park Police Department effective December 31st, 2011. And whereas under the PBA contract, John Palmieri is entitled to compensatory time in the amount of $5,097.32, sick time payout of $84,720, vacation time in the amount of $48,802.25, and terminal pay in the amount of $61,188.66 for a 4-month period. Total payout, $199,808.23. Now therefore be resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Humboldt Park, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the Mayor and Council accept Deputy Chief John Palmieri's retirement, and all such compensation shall be approved for payment through the payroll office.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Longino,
Second.
second, Mr. Ward, discussion, call the roll, please.
On roll call, Councilmember Scattamani?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Kowinski? Yes. Work? Yes. Valentino? Yes. Motion carried. Mayor, this evening under departmental reports, we have department reports for the Recreation Department, the Police Department, and the Municipal Court.
Motion received by all privilege.
So moved.
Mr. Castiglia, Mr. Conboy, any discussion, all in favor, opposed, so ordered. Committee report. I'm going to wait for you for last.
You're doing a lot, okay.
Mr. Ward?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Try to be quick. Elmwood Park Health Department will be continuing to offer free adult consultation child health care clinics to residents of Elmwood Park. The next and last adult consultation clinic for the year will be held on December 20th, which is Tuesday morning from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the private clinic room municipal building. This clinic is available for adults from 18 years old and older. No appointment is required. Walking residents. The next child health clinic will be held sometime in January. I will have to bring you back the dates as soon as I get them from the health department. So as soon as I get them, I will announce them at the next council meeting. The Elmwood Park Health Department continues to offer free vaccines from the AER program at no charge, and these will be offered again at the next adult consultation clinic being held on December 20th. Once again, there's still time to get a flu shot. The Elmwood Park Health Department is holding the next seasonal flu clinic, a shot clinic, on December 20th also. The flu shots are $25 each or free through the Medicare B coverage, and free tetanus shots will also be available on this date. Just to give you some brief stats from the Elmwood Park Health Department, just to let you know they collected $61,500 for licenses and fees. Have collected a total of $15,674 for the vital statistics licenses and transcripts, and an additional $10,838 for grants and fines. So the total amount brought in by the health department runs to $86,408. They will also be bringing in an additional $25,000 with the shared service agreement with Saddlebrook, and also will be saving the town $27,750 by performing the food inspections in Elmwood Park instead of paying an outside service. And I'd like to wish everybody Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Conboy?
Thank you, Mayor. A couple of updates on some of the different committees that I liaison to. Our Chamber of Commerce is doing quite well. They all should be commended over there, the entire membership. Right now they have roughly somewhere in the neighborhood of about 35 to 40 members. That is significantly up from where they were back when they were a whole organization. The president of the chamber, John Oreca of Oreca Catering, they are working very aggressive with his other committee members to hope they have an aggressive goal in 2012 to hopefully reach 100 members of the Chamber of Commerce. So they are very actively out there trying to meet with businesses here in town and to encourage them to be a part of this great organization, and also work better with our community and have great open lines of communication, and they all should be commended for the job they've done in 2011. So congratulations to the president of the chamber and all of its members on a great 2011. A couple of things on recreation. Recently, the mayor and council approved the rec commission, and the rec director came to sent a memo. Our rec director sent a memo to the mayor and council asking for seeking additional few dollars to additional funds, about $1,000. One of our goals here is there's several holidays, about 7 different days throughout the calendar year that the rec center is closed. The employees are entitled to certain holidays. We want to better serve the public. This has been sometimes it's been brought up in the past a little bit, and when they were open, there wasn't a lot of folks in there as well. The children really weren't utilizing it, but we hope to turn that around and make it a positive. The Recreation Center in 2012 will be open on these several holidays, and they are, real quick, Martin Luther King Day, President's Day, Good Friday, Columbus Day, Election Day, Veterans Day, and the day after Thanksgiving. I want to thank the mayor and council for supporting this effort. This was an opportunity when the children are out of school, and instead of them staying home, driving their parents crazy, if they happen to have off those days, they can come on down to the recreation center. I want to thank all of them for doing that. It's a great thing to do for the kids in the community, have a place to go. Please, parents, if you hear this on TV, and if you anybody in the audience, the few that are here, if you have grandchildren or children or whatever, please send them on down to the rec. It's going to be open on these holidays in 2012. We'll, of course, promote that so everybody has awareness of it, through whatever forms we have, possibly a little blurb in the community news, as well as on our community board, their digital board outside the recreation center. So, obviously, by now we all know that the referendum went down, some may think that many folks think that's great and they're doing their victory dance. At the end of the day, our school buildings still need work, and they need some attention soon than later. I hope that the Board of Education and its superintendent in the new year, I hope that all of us could, now that let's move on, let's pass this, and let's go on in a positive direction. I know I can only speak for myself. Any animosities I have, I will leave at the door. We're beyond it. Let's move forward. And I know I say that, and maybe I'm sounding a little bit talking out both sides of my face here a little bit, and I apologize. But I need to get a new cell phone number because my number's somewhere, and I received a lot of phone calls on my cell phone. And, one thing, you can paint any picture you want on how this referendum went down and why it went down. Should it just been a referendum to fix the schools? Should it just have been, forget about the sports part or this part and so forth? But I did receive a lot of folks who did reach out to me on my cell phone, a good number of them. As some of the board members have told us in the past, well, they come to us and they tell us they don't like the rec or they don't like this. Well, we get the same. So whose side is you're going to listen to, whatever. But a lot of folks did reach out to me and they said, one of the reasons, and they had children in the school. That's what I found real surprisingly, was that they want to see more education. They want to see more education. No more losing language classes, no more losing arts and crafts or whatever else they've been losing. I understand in the middle school they might have lost music. I don't know that for sure. Maybe Dan can come up and correct me. They want to see that emphasis back on there. And that's what's their big concern. These parents realize that the buildings need work, but they obviously want to send a message. It's 3 to 1. It's a huge turnout for a referendum. So one other thing that they also mentioned to me was that you have these great organizations that were standalone organizations that now are free because they've been an affiliation or they've been brought under the school's guidance. And they want that to stop. They want those programs to go back to the recreation center and be the great organizations they used to be. On a side note, I did have a couple of parents also mentioned to me, I know Councilman Work is involved with the Bomber program, an unbelievable, huge program that has huge history to it of great dedication by many folks. Newly elected councilman to be, Coletti's in the audience, I know he was a big member of it back in the day. There are upcoming dinners coming up. For the first time ever that most people can remember, for their child, for the player to go, you have to pay for the child. The parents have to pay for the child. In all the years the Bombers were a separate entity, that was the child went free, like many of the other sports programs. It was kind of disheartening to hear that news. It kind of gets back to, you know, you offer all these folks, hey, come this way, and you're gonna get a beautiful field and everything's gonna come with us. And, you know, in the end, you can't run the Bomber football program on $5,000, as the superintendent told us. So I know I'm going both ways, but it's not New Year's yet. But it's just an example of what we've been trying to say here. You never heard any of us say that buildings should be fixed. And that's why all this should have stopped. And me personally, I'm going to say this, I think it's very clear, and I'm not going to call those board members out. This whole thing regarding the sports piece, that was a vendetta. You know, they wanted to embarrass the recreation, they wanted to call the rec director out. That's been happening over the past few elections, and I hope it should stop. You know, if we have issues at the recreation, come and see me, we'll fix it. You know, everything's not perfect, and we'll fix it. So, with that said though, really, I mean this, truly, let's try to move forward and put things back the way they were, and let's see how we can move together as a community. So, I also would like to thank Frank. I know sometimes you're on different ends of the conversation and so forth, but
You were over here.
I
was over here once.
yeah, a couple of times. We had in the middle a few times. As Frank once told us, once told me, he only likes me because I have a good-looking Italian wife, and so does he. So, but Councilman Caramagna, outside of politics, I know he's a loving husband, family man. I just went on Facebook to see him down at the beach with his grandchildren. So, Frank, use a few months to get ready, and I'm sure we'll see you in November. But thank you for serving the community. Happy holidays to everybody, and I hope everybody has a wonderful, happy new year with many jobs and increase in salaries. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Longino?
Yes, Mayor. I'd first like to address one item on the consent agenda. It was Resolution 354-11. It's an application for State of New Jersey program, Safe Route to School. The objectives of that program is to enable and encourage children, including those with disabilities, to walk and bicycle to school, to make bicycling and walking to school safer and more appealing form of transportation, and to facilitate the development and implementation of projects and activities that will improve traffic safety, reduce traffic, fuel consumption. Essentially, what they're looking for is for us to look around our school buildings and see if there are areas where we can install sidewalks or bike paths. So we're submitting an application. The grant is rather competitive in terms of getting it, but we're hoping that we'll receive a grant where we can install sidewalks on East 53rd Street between 18th and 15th Avenue, and on Roosevelt out there, Gander Avenue School between River Drive and Miles. So hopefully we'll have some information on that in the new year. And then I'll just make a point regarding Officer Mraz, Officer Artel, Officer Hess, Lieutenant Sabbath, Captain Diddick, Deputy Chief Palmieri, and Chief Grassolino. I've known them for approximately 25, 30 years. I served with them when I was on the ambulance corps. It seems like a lifetime ago. And I enjoyed working with each of them when I was on the ambulance corps. And I've had the opportunity to work with them as a councilman in their roles as police officers and police leadership. I congratulate them on their years of service to the community, and I wish them all the best in their retirement. The first item on the resolution agenda, we appointed Captain Johnson to be the officer in charge of the police department, given these retirements. And I just wanted to take a moment to thank Captain Johnson for acting in that capacity. I'm sure he'll have the full support of the police department, and I look forward to working with him in the new year. Also like to thank Councilman Caramagna for his years of service to the residents. I enjoyed working with him for 3 of those 12 years that he served, and enjoyed all the free time that he'll have in 2012. And finally, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to the residents, and we'll see you next year.
Thank you. Mr. Stigley?
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, before I forget, I'd like to thank Frank. We go back a ways. Thank you for your service, Frank. And if you are planning on retiring, enjoy yourself.
Not far behind.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting over there too. I want to thank all the retirees, all the police department, the DPW. We have an office worker that's retiring also for their years of service to the community. Then again, enjoy your retirement. Lay back, take it easy. Let's see. On the planning board, Next to Little's Deli is a card shop coming in there. I think it's a change of ownership. It's Pyramid Card and Gift Shop. That's at 240 Market Street. These are new businesses that have been approved, and they're going to be opening up. We have a drop-off and pick-up dry cleaners opening at 254 Broadway. They're not going to be doing any dry cleaning on the premises. They drop it off and they bring it to the laundry somewhere else. And you can drop your clothes off there and pick them up. Even repairs. Let's see. By Sam's Bicycle Shop, there's a t-shirt printing company opening up. The name of it's going to be Printing 520. All right, these are businesses, like I said, coming into town. You know, whenever you can, get out there and get into your business. We want to try to keep these people around. And that's it for the planning board. DPW, everybody knows the storm we had, the snowstorm. It put them quite a ways behind on cleaning up branches, down trees. Everybody knew what was going on. So it sent them back a little bit on the leaf cleanup. And I'm happy to say that these guys really went to it. Some days they had 11 workers down there, some days 13. I got the word this week that they caught right up with leaf cleanup now. They should be completed with it by tomorrow. We usually send 3 trucks out to do leaf cleanup. After tomorrow, you'll probably only see 1 truck out on the road just for people that haven't gotten all their leaves out when they should have, so they'll be making a trip around town again just to make sure everybody gets picked up. That's about it, man. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope it's a good one.
Thank you. Mrs. Jewish should be elected again. Right? Sure. Okay.
4 years.
First off, I'd like to say, on the insurance front, there is no meeting until next week for the joint insurance gift, which I attend regularly, so I won't have a report until probably the new year. The fire department, they're in the process of buying hydrant markers for the fire hydrants for the winter, approximately 200 to start, to see how that works out, so they can locate some of the hydrants in the snow, especially on the main roads. Their annual beefsteak will be January 28th at the DFW. It's 7 p.m. for installment of officers. And I also would like to say thank you to the police and the DPW worker, and also one of the City Hall workers who retired recently for the years of service to the town. I'd also like to mention that many police that did retire on another front. You know that Christie's limiting these vacations 6 times as we speak. So that's why there seems to be massive hatred on police department and everybody else at this time, which you can't blame them, but it will change. I'd also like to say thanks to Frank for his year of service. I know it's not easy, Frank, even being up all the time, no matter what you do, it doesn't seem right. But like I said, we always have to take a position on something, and right or wrong, you do the best you can. Thank you. I'd like also to say on the Christmas lights, if you notice on Market Street, a lot of them are out. I know the mayor and his secretary, Matt Burke, have been working on it, as well as Scott Carson. This week I had an opportunity to meet some people in public service, and I read the Riot Act, and they promised me by Monday night they'll have the rest of the lights working. And also I'd like to say to the congratulations to Tommy Johnson for taking over an intern on the police front. And also I'd like to say happy holidays, safe to everyone, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Mr. President.
Yes, Mayor, thank you. Mayor, beautiful plaque. I appreciate this. Looks really nice.
You deserve that, thank you.
That's the first time I see a nice plaque that you didn't pay for this, did you?
I told you
You could be on yourself.
Frank, I told you we need back to put someone's name on it again. It's a magnet that comes off.
That's a good idea. I appreciate it very much. And I told you that I'm able to make the reorganization meeting. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you, Mayor Moore, and Doris Foncino for your election. And I know we have many things going on in the past, on and off, always. I never really lacked respect for you. And but also things, even if I say so, you may say, well, your group said that, and well, I just want you to know that when I know I distinguish the difference between, you the mayor and you as a citizen, and we work together here, we have our arguments. And I had very good days here and those some sad days, as you know. I can't believe 12 years went by so fast, and I guess life goes on. But I'm honored to, and has served the people in the park for so many years. I want to say thank you for the trust and support. And, but tonight, I'm not going to say goodbye. Because I will be back. I will try now only if the people allow me to serve them again. And then if my health stays the same, as of today, I'm a very healthy person so far. I want to wish a graceful retirement to Miriam Machami, Thomas, this lad. I'm going to say this name is time. Let's celebrate. Spelled anyway, this class, slow. Gary, another last name, Ross, then Captain Derek, and Joseph S. Tom Sabbath. John Eitel, Deputy Chief John Pugliari, Chief Don Grasserino. These people did a great job for our community. They work very hard. They have a nice organization. Our crime rate dropped very much. You know, to help Tom Johnson will do a good job. I'm sure they will. He's also a very good policeman. I want to wish everyone happy holidays, Merry Christmas, prosperous New Year, and I just want to remind you that Jack's dedication of the senior center will be done soon. I don't have a date yet. I'm waiting for a small committee to decide when, and I'll let you know, I'll advise all of you. Again, thank you very much. Thank you for the park. Thank you for your confidence.
Thank you. May I indicate that we keep on saying we had some disagreements. You're going to have disagreements. You have two political parties. If we didn't have disagreements, we'd have one political party. So sometimes good disagreements are valuable. People come in, present another side of the picture, and then we have an opportunity to look at both areas and come to a decision. So we appreciate Frank for presenting the other side in some cases. It's not often that we disagree because we're all members of Elmwood Park and we're doing the best we can for the community. So again, Frank, thank you. I don't know if what you said is valid. You're planning to come back. I do have to say that Mr. Catamagna, Councilman Catamagna, is an unusual man in that he ran for office 3 or 4 times before making it. And he was persistent. And he got on, he won 12 years, 4 terms. And if he's looking to come back, I wouldn't
Mayor,
hurt that.
can I say something?
No, Frank, you finished.
No, just what you say right now. I always tell my students, you know, to insist, if you want to succeed, you gotta go on. Don't stop. Don't never give up.
That's right.
And I always make a joke in the classroom. And they say, I'm saying, oh yeah, I failed this test. And I tell them, don't worry about it. You still young. Come back next year. So they don't like that, but just as a joke. But I think it's a good idea. People should never give up. Oh, try. Yeah, I'm going to try. Maybe not. We'll see what happens. But I'll be around you guys. I'll be here. Maybe I'll be there to watch you.
Thank you. I would also like to just piggyback on something that Mr. Castiglia indicated with the DPW. I'd like to thank all the members of the DPW for the work they did during all the storms that we've had, and our superintendent, Scott Cars. The town is just about cleaned up with the collection of leaves, and if any of you watching, any of you here have traveled to other towns, you still see leaves and branches in the streets, etc. They've done a great job. There's always some complaints about some people and some work they're doing, but they've done an excellent job. I'm pleased. I'm proud of them. I went to have to drive through some large communities, Clifton for one, Montclair for another. I know they have more trees than we do, but there's still leaves and branches in the streets. And they're working at it. I've seen them coming out and trying to do it. But one of the problems we do have, and I'd like to mention this, is when we finally get to a street and clean up the leaves, pick up the branches, the next day there are more leaves and more branches out. So please read over your waste watcher find out when we're coming by. If you're not sure, give my office a call, talk to my secretary or myself, and we'll try to set it straight. I would like to thank the police officers and the other people who are retiring this year. I hope they enjoy their retirement. It's not often a mayor can thank all these people. I was here when they first initiated and brought into our police department, and they're gone, or going to retire. Refrain from using the word gone. And certainly they provided an enormous help to our community with their service to Elmwood Park, and I hope they enjoy their retirement. I hope they stay active, and most of all, healthy. I then like to wish everyone a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and any other holiday. Just remember that when we celebrate a holiday, we're celebrating a holy day. And always keep that in mind, that we don't want to forget that this season is a holy season. And we all should remember that and not try to disregard it and say, don't pay attention to our holidays and our holy days. It's important that this country, which was founded on keeping a religious background going and having everybody enjoy that, stay in existence, and we wish everybody to enjoy the holidays. Don't eat too much, but be happy. Mr. Giblin, we forgot you. Do you have any other report? Mr. Giblin doesn't have any report. May I have a motion to open it to the public? So moved. Moved by Mr. Castiglia, second by Mr. Chewinski. All in favor, opposed? Anyone in the audience who wishes to? We have somebody limping up.
It's tough to get old, but it's better than the alternative.
That's true.
Estelle Mandello, 36 Franklin Street. As Democratic Municipal Chair in Elmwood Park, I want to take this opportunity to thank Councilman Caramagna for your 12 years of dedication to the council, both as a Democrat and as a citizen of Elmwood Park. We want to thank you for your leadership and your counsel and your advice over the years, and we know we can count on you to continue that. You're just moving from one chair to another, but you're still around, and we thank you for that. I also like to take the opportunity to congratulate Mayor and Councilman Flosino for your re-election, on your re-election. And I'd like to congratulate Mayor Kazmar on his election. And I'd like to wish everybody Merry Christmas, the Mayor and Council, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. The citizens of Elmwood Park, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and anything else I forgot. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Anyone else who wishes to be here? If not, I'll close the public portion of the meeting. Just to let all of you here know, and anyone watching on television, we had a difficult 3 years with Mr. Work, Councilman Work, whose name is Keith, and when we call him Keith, we got Mr. Casmon turn around also, that's a Keith. And now we have two mayors, and when they say mayor, everybody turns around, so everybody can try to adjust to that. And Mr. Caramagna, in a sense of humor, you know, it's indicated that you're just changing chairs. You're not going to sit up here any longer, Mr. Caramagna. You're going to have to find another chair. If you want to sit, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Mayor, let me tell you, I didn't think this defeat as a defeat.
No.
He's just a person. And when look, Bonzino, when I said time for a change, I didn't mean me.
Frank, enjoy the holidays. Enjoy whatever you want to do. And I just want to thank you for serving and being a gentleman while you were here.
Oh, Papa, I said, look, I'm
Frank brought some cannolis and other Italian pastries in the back, so Frank, do we open it up to anybody in the audience?
I don't think we have enough men. I think it was so crowded tonight.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
So,
Mr. Conboy,
I
second.
second.
Mr. Caramagna first, Mr. Conboy, second.
Thank you, man. It's nice stuff for me.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Thank you. you, ladies and gentlemen, and is that still running?
Okay, let me just do this one more time. If you want to watch this on cable, it's Tuesday 12 noon, Thursday 4 p.m., Friday 11 a.m.
And if you can take a few minutes, Mr. Catamani, in your classes, maybe you can get it taken. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching.